Hello. I'm just going to wait a little bit before we start. Let me just get my stuff together. Spirit guides, angel spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, beings of love and light, thank you so much for being here with us. I appreciate you so much. DMX, I am so grateful to be able to bring you through whatever you want to say. This is a safe space. Archangel Michael, please put a golden bubble of love and light around us. No energies that are not my own vibrational higher can enter this space. You're not allowed here. Anything that tries to hinder or stop or confuse or create chaos in this reading will be banished. I ask you to please protect me with my smoky quartz shield and please infuse it with love and light. Whoa. All right. All right, Mama, Father, please ground me as above, so below. Meet in my heart space and please run my energy. Please burn all my chakras from above and below with your blue rainbow multicolored flame. Please break and crystallize my chakra centers so they're clean and pristine. Yes. Ooh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Hello, collective. You know what? Let me just do this, okay? You ain't ready for this. Come on. I can't stop it! Woo! This is a patience twice! Oh, damn! That was awesome! Come through, DMX! Oh my gosh, thank you for your contribution to society, bro! What's up with you? What the hell happened? Yeah, we lost you there at the end. What happened, man? Whatever you want to come through, you're safe in this space. So let's get started. Wow, I'm so excited to have you here. Let me just read some information about you because I want to get to know the real you. Like, who are you? Who is DMX? DMX is Earl Simmons, known professionally as DMX. And if you want it, you gotta ride for life. I mean, he has so many good songs. I was just listening to his beats. I was like, why don't I put in DMX beats? I never did it. Now I'm going to. Very much so. He's regarded as one of the most important figures of 2000s hip hop. Hell yeah, I remember him so hard. His music is characterized by his aggressive rapping style. It was aggressive because of where he's raised and how he had to be, but I feel like it was just so much filled with heart. I don't know. He just always had such an amazing message, I feel like. Oh my God, he lived in Mount Vernon, New York. He was born in Mount Vernon, New York, in White Plains. You guys, I lived in Tuckahoe, which is by Yonkers, that's right by there. We used to go to the Susans, the strip club. What's that place called? It's called like Mount Vernon, like Lazy Susans or something. I don't know. It was a strip club. The things I did back in the day. Oy. But that's so funny. Small world. D, you my boy. You my boy, you my boy, you my boy. Okay, come on, come through, come through. What else? He's got children. He's got Xavier, Tacoma, Sonova. I live there. Caden, Aiden, Praise, and Ella. Oh, I love those names. He was born December 18th, 1970 in Mount Vernon, New York. Died April 9th, 2021. 2021. White Plains Hospital. Okay. All right. Earl Simmons. Earl Simmons. Right. I'm just going to get my crystal ball. You know, trying new ways. I want to see what I get first before I draw any cards. No cards can validate what I got. Thank you so much for being here with us. It is my honor and my pleasure to bring you through whatever messages you want to bring through. I'll try my best to be as clear and as precise as I can be to your wish. And I hope the message comes across. Ooh, I already have spirit burps. All right, show me what you want me to see. Watching, okay. Hmm. Okay. Tourine. He just said Tourine. I see a little boy. It's definitely him. The vibe is just so him. It even looks just like a miniature him, just like a bald, really buff kid. Demonic, he says. Maybe from a child? I'm not sure. We'll keep going with that. We'll just hold on, D. Let's just start from the beginning. Just let me see what I see, okay? Okay. So I see him in a really small house. It's kind of like dimly lit there. It's got like the carpet's kind of dirty. It seems like a crowded space, like a lot of people in one space, a lot of people living in one space. It seems like siblings, a lot of siblings. Um, it seems like poor living conditions, maybe more on the lower income side of things. It's a small space, so probably an apartment or maybe like a small studio or something. It looks like maybe 6 to 7 people. If I can say a number, I can't really tell. Not more than 10 though. I'd say like 6 or 7. What else are you showing me in here? So he's just been wild since a child. This kid's running around. He's really he's running around like a demon. He said demonic, but I don't think he's actually demonic at this stage. I think he's just he feels like a little autistic, or maybe not autistic, but definitely maybe like an ADHD or like some kind of snore. Oh, maybe like a sleeping disability. He said snore. Maybe he had sleep apnea or something. I'm not sure. Frame. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's just trying to get a frame for us for his upbringing, I suppose. So he's showing me him as a young child. He's always had a lot of energy. His body's always been like really buff. That's so funny. I can kind of see him. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because I see it. I'm just gonna say it. I think he could possibly be like a starseed. I see him morphing in and out as an adult with his shirt off, and he's really buff, you know. I see him morphing in and out of this like almost like Abe Sapien from Hellboy. Really similar to that, except not as watery. If that makes sense. But it's like he's definitely a starseed. That's probably why he's so good at music. Why he had such a attraction. He was magnetic. He's very magnetic. He has a presence. He has a sense of identity that's really like attractive. Like it's almost like moths to a flame. And he's always been very assertive in this energy. Like this has been him always. And everyone knows that black. Oh, Someone blackmailed him, apparently. Someone framed him, blackmailed him. Someone demonic, touring, someone watching. Okay, interesting. Okay, what else? We'll get a little bit more with the ball and then we'll go to the cards. I want to also get something out of it, a little practice, a little psychic development. Okay. I see him getting in trouble a lot. Just like being out on the streets a lot at a young age. Just needing to move more freely. He didn't really have a lot of authority at home, I'd say. Like no one that really cared that he was out. There's so many of them. It was and he was very hard to handle most of the time. So I don't know. It seems kind of neglectful. I feel like he was a little neglected. I do. I feel that. Okay. I gotcha. So how to grow up fast in a harsh environment, made a hard outer shell, but a softie inside. I get ya. I feel ya. Okay. Thank you so much for being here with us. What an amazing honor. I am so honored. Turtly. You got done dirty. I know you did. I'm going to come through. Let me do my spiel, okay? Just let me do my spiel over here. Thank you so much, DMX and Spirit, for bringing us together. I am so grateful to be able to be a conduit between heaven and earth. I ask you that you please come into my protective bubble that Archangel Michael made for us so we can have a chit chat, so I can bring your message through. So far, I saw a little glimpse of your childhood. Lots of neglect. I saw that. I'm really sorry you went through that. Could possibly have been a starborn. I don't know yet. We'll see what the cards confirm. But I predict that he could have possibly been a starborn. I saw him morphing in and out of, he's very muscular. I saw him morphing in and out of a body that's similar to like Abe Sapiens, like from Hellboy. If you're familiar with that, if not, you should Google it. It's awesome. Benicio Guillermo del Toro, I believe. Anyway, thank you so much. Whoa, D, come on, man. That's too many. You gotta let's just calm down over here. Just relax. He's very excited. He's very high energy. He's always been that way. He's passionate, man. He comes through like he's very aggressive. He is aggressive. Not in like a bad way, but in a very like assertive way. It's a good thing. You know, when someone's passionate about a truth they have, you can feel that. That's something you can feel. When someone is telling a truth and they're passionate about it, you can feel that. So that's kind of like what's coming through with him right now. Thank you so much. Please give us a card to start this off. So I have the vessel, and I have the village. Vessel and the village. The village is in reverse. So some kind of cycle was turned upside down. Something about a cycle, because there's this like almost like it's being directed, by somebody. It's like some kind of portal opening, some kind of opportunity opening, some kind of momentum or cycle, something like that. I have a mountain upside down in the background, and this is like underground. He said counterplotting Kelly dirtily blackmail frame. So maybe something done in the dark that was kind of sneaky, something underhanded, something that was definitely counter plotting against him, something dirty, and it's in the ground. Interesting. Okay, that's in reverse. So it could be something in the past or something that was a secret, or it could be both. And we have the vessel, which when I get this vessel card, let me draw one more. Let me say the data. Okay. So what I get is
Not likely.
okay. I hate when spirit reads my thoughts before I say it. I mean, I guess it's better that they say that before I say it. Fine. Okay, so not that. So this has this background here that's all lit up. And this is like far away. So some kind, and look, this is like a circle, and it's like this is upside. Oh, maybe this is the mountain he's climbing. He has some kind of mountain in his way. He sees a light at the end of this tunnel. He wants to embody. You know, when I kind of get like the Venus de Milo for this, where it's kind of like embodying Venus, the feminine, like a creativity, something creative. It looks like it's like in an egg, so something that's like in an incubation stage. Um, or maybe he's like in an incubation stage. But the village in reverse. Okay, let me draw more cards. Let me not get ahead of myself. Jiminy crickets. Okay. All right. The eternal child. The eternal child. So look at this. Looks really similar, don't it? Left alone. Didn't I say he was neglected? Didn't I say that? I said it. Yeah, so he was his childhood was incubating him and getting him ready for something that his eternal child wanted to fulfill. Yep. Yep, you know, going through trials and tribulations to become something greater than what he currently is, you know. You have to go through strife, you have to go through some turmoil to gain the type of confidence and grit he had. You have to go through some stuff to really get to that level of confidence of I don't give a Fness of what you think about me. I am who I am. That's like a really strong message. I really feel that. Thank you, DMX. So he's just saying his life prepared him. He had a village of people perhaps against him that prepared him to really embrace his inner childhood wounds, I suppose, and kind of incubate or create the artist that he became. So cool. So cool. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he said he was left alone. So he said left alone. And I said there's a lot of neglect in his life. So I'm sure a lot of his creativity came from those wounds. Why do these always come out together? I don't get it. Look, hunter, vessel. If you watch some of the other celebrity reads, literally it's like a hunter goes out to find vessels that have a spark of light in them. It's really weird. Skinny. It's the skinny. Skinny on the street. That's a really old timey saying. Maybe by some old guy or something. I don't know. Let's continue, please. All right. Oopsie.
Oh, I'm going deep. I'm going
Deep. You probably saw that my pants don't match my shirt, but whatever. Okay. The shadow. The shadow right under this guy, which doesn't it look like all this stuff's happening in the shadows? Yeah, definitely some nefarious, underhanded activity here. We have a hunter. We have a hunter here. We have a hunter, and the eternal child is DMX. It's almost like he embodied, I want to say, playful curiosity. I want to say that. Like, he wasn't ever afraid. He wasn't, he was always thawed, you know, he was always like raw, not afraid to just be who he was. which is really like a child, you know. If you're around children, they're not aware of self-consciousness yet, so they're just themselves implicitly. And that's kind of like what I'm getting from him. Like, he had that natural ability, that was his spark, that's what gave him light, because a lot of people lose that, and they're attracted to it like moths to a flame. So there was a hunter who saw that in him. Let's see, there's a light here. So either, because this horse is coming out of the darkness towards the light, and this light is in the darkness. So it's like this, you know? Oh, okay. So this hunter definitely operates in the shadows, in a shadow. And he's got his eyes on DMX, apparently. The storm sideways. Yeah, this was some. Oh, okay. So the child and then the storm over it. It's like a distorted, like it distorted the internal child and made it like tumultuous and reactive and dark and had spurts of creativity, but really distorted, really clouded, really not not clear, not having clarity about what he continued to want to do. All right, let's get I don't know, what do you think? Two more? All right, I have the mountain. Oh, look at this. I have a mountain inverted here, and then I have the mountain extroverted here, like it's in the background. Oh, it kind of looks like the ocean from here. Huh. Oh, and then look at this. This says the cave. The cave, and there's a star here. Something in the mountain. There's a cave in the mountain? What? Mountain. The cave.
I don't know.
This person's like touching their hand like this. It's like weird the way they're touching their hand. Like, look at it. Like, who touches someone's hand like that? It's a woman's hand and a man's hand. Oh, look, there, it looks like there's a face in here and like some weird spooky face. I think the cave was his own mind. I think the mountains were his emotions and the cave was his mind. Yeah, he had like some kind of dark shadow that was always surrounding him, creating obstacles for him, making him isolated. The storm left him confer. I confer. Yeah, this storm made him isolated and targeted. Maybe this is more targeted. Made him targeted. Targeted? Targeted? Why does that sound so weird? Okay. What else? Let's do a song. Please tell me a song to describe what you're trying to tell me right now. Thank you so much for being here with us. I appreciate you so much. Uptown Girl. This is 1983, Billy Joel. She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. Oh, so maybe the hunter was a woman. She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. And he's a backstreet guy because he comes from the hood. Where the hood at? Where the hood at? Carl. Carl. You know, it's funny that Carl is Earl, but with a C. Come through, Earl. 1979 Head Games foreigner. Maybe this woman was a foreigner. Head Games. It's you and me, baby. Head Games. And I can't take it anymore. So this woman played head games with him, clearly driving him crazy. Maybe that's what the storm, the shadow and the storm. And look, it's a woman's hand right here. That it's almost like this woman's hand's like grabbing the nostril of this monster, and this man's like gently touching her like she's fragile or something. Like she's very fragile. What? That's interesting. Okay. Let's keep going. Give me another song. Oh, why did I put that song back? Let me take it out. So uptown girl, some kind of uptown girl, maybe living the high life. Maybe she's a wealthy elite that they knew would be able to seduce him and play head games with him. Perhaps a foreigner of some kind. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, DMX. I am so appreciative. Please let us know what another song is. One Moment in Time by Whitney Houston, 1988. Horrible. A moment in time, he's saying, that was horrible. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then, in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in one moment, I don't know how to do the rest, but one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Racing with destiny. So I'm getting that she was playing head games with him about giving him his moment in time where he can fulfill his destiny, where he can feel eternity, live forever. Whole lot of love, Led Zeppelin, 1970. You need cooling, baby. I'm not fooling. You need cooling, baby. I'm not fooling. I'm gonna say it, yeah. Go back to schooling. He was like, he didn't believe it. He's like, it's too good to be true. He's like, no, just cool it. Just stop fooling. You're not gonna bullshit me. I'm a star. Agree. He's like, no, lady, get your ass out of here. I ain't dealing with you. He's street smart. He knows a scammer when he sees one. So he knew what was going on. And he said agree. Huh. Or maybe he finally caught on. Finally. Huh. Cool. All right. Let's keep going. Give me one more song. Damn it. Thank you so much. Rope. All night long. We're going to party. Karamu fiesta. Forever. Come on and sing along. We're gonna party all night long. All night. All night long. I see what he's saying. He's saying going out all night long is the rope that did him in because he liked to party. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. I just heard that in my head. Yeah, but all night long. So, what do you do when you're partying all night long? You doing the little you doing the little nose candies. Lionel Richie, 1983. Peaceful, easy feeling. Yeah, he was addicted, and it gave him a peaceful, easy feeling. The Eagles, it made him feel like he was flying. Soaring, 1973. 'Cause I'm easy.
Most likely.
Most likely, because I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down because I'm already standing on the ground. Yeah, so he liked to get high. He really did. Like, he just enjoyed it. I'm getting that he, like, really just enjoyed it. And he enjoyed it more than, um, like, this woman that came in. You know, he wasn't going to be fooled by her other side, he says. But if she had some drugs, he'd do it. That's what he's saying right now. Well, thank you so much for your honesty. I am so appreciative for your vulnerability and for telling us your truth. I'm honored to bring it through. What are some craniums you can tell me about you? What are some craniums? Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm gonna pull some out and then I'll shuffle them, okay? Because I would like to shuffle them actually. So with cranium, it's some of them are action cards, and some of them are just I don't know. I don't know what that. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much, DMX, for being here with us. I appreciate you so much. What would you like to say? Brutal. Something was brutal. Maybe the drug addiction. Maybe the amount of easy access. 19. Starting at 19, maybe at a really young age. Got into it. What's something you could say, DMX, with these cards? Please tell us something about you with these cards. Oh, D, come on, bro. I told you gotta slow it down. You're okay. He got mad at me. Not mad, but he got frustrated. Okay, he doesn't want me to use shelter. Shelter. All right, let me use a different one. All right. Why don't you you told us some songs. Why don't you tell us what a Facebook status would be right now? Woods. My last name is Woods. Spring just said Woods. All right, tell us a Facebook post of your situation that you want us to know. If you were to do a Facebook picture, what would you post right now? Ready? Oh, is this our little siren that did you in? Tamed. Yeah, she says this is a tamed version of her. Interesting. Okay, let's see what the status would be. What's the status of this huntress, I'll call her. She's a huntress. She targeted DMX. And she tried to give him some sex, but he was like, no, I don't. He's like, cool it, baby. Because we had a whole lot of love in here. And he said, coolin', baby, I'm not fooling. I'm going to say, yeah, go back to school. And he wasn't buying this girl. He didn't want sex from her. He's like, I don't want what you're selling. But he did want all night long, Lionel Richie, all night long, and then peaceful, easy feeling. So he liked doing drugs, and this woman, the hunter, provided them. Has a shadow. She lives in a shadow. She created a storm, distorted his inner child. He was a child at heart. That's why he was so good at being so authentic. But we're gonna find out what this status says. Let's see what the status says. Thank you so much. This is our status so far. This is our status. Visitation. Something about visitation. Let's see. I don't know. Thank you so much, dear Max. Tell us what our status is for this picture. I feel like I have no friends. At least I have you guys. She's like, Aw. Well, didn't I say they were isolating him? Yeah, they were isolating him. The cave. This woman was isolating him. See, there's just one woman's hand here, but she gives the illusion that she's fragile in some way, and he hates it. It's like he has a wound for females. He doesn't like to see females hurting or in pain. He has a mother wound. Um, he grew up in poverty and he was neglected by his mom. So zone, yeah, I'm in the zone. He's a zone. So, he may have like a what's that called when you're like Captain Zero, like a hero complex, like he wants sulfurous, yeah. It's something that was he couldn't help. But he was addicted to drugs. She provided them, but she stayed in his life because she made it seem like I need you. I need you to be in my life. I can't live without you. You help me so much. I love you, baby, baby. Whatever she had to say, but I don't think she meant it because she's a hunter. Yeah. Um. Yeah, he said back. Maybe she stabbed him in the back or betrayed him in some way. My parents are having the loudest sex ever right now. Wish they would have gotten us separate hotel rooms. My parents are having the loudest sex ever right now. Wish they would have gotten us separate hotel rooms. So he probably would hear her having sex a lot. I feel like I have no friends. At least I have you guys. His parents? He used to hear his parents having loud sex a lot. Wish they would have gotten us separate hotel rooms. Ew. So his parents had, or his whoever's guardians were who neglected him, would have sex in the room with him often as a child. And why is that relevant? That's random. I just heard trauma bond. I just heard trauma bond in my head. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so this person probably had a similar trauma bond. Um, Something with parents and something with sexuality and parents. Definitely some kind of trauma bond. I feel like I have no friends. At least I have you guys. You guys know how I feel. You guys are the same. So that's how she attached to him. I hope the office likes my muffins tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Yeah, always breadcrumbing them. Breadcrumbing them and yeah, sound. Maybe with his music. Maybe always, saying, "Oh, your music's so good," or making him feel good enough to stay. Just like breadcrumbing. Yeah. It was something that really affected him. Or this is at least like some the start of some storm. So the start of some storm, or how it all started with this woman who gave him drugs and alcohol to all night long to make him feel good. Bruce. Bruce could be significant. All right, well, we did some status cards. Let's do some comment cards. Well, we have some statuses. Let's do some comments. What are some comments on DMX's Facebook status? Which is, I feel like I have no friends. At least I have you guys. He's trauma bonding. He's trauma bonded with this huntress who's targeted him because it seems that he's an eternal child. It just means to me like a rainbow child, like a creative child, like a star seed, here to bring creativity, which he definitely did. So please, DMX, continue to tell us. I feel like I have no friends right now. My parents are having the loudest sex ever right now. Wish they would have gotten us a separate hotel rooms. So possibly something with parents and sex. Maybe possible sexual trauma with parents is what bonded them together. Perhaps. Thank you so much, DMX, for being here with us. I am so grateful. He is gone. Yes.
They know who you are.
They know who you are. You're radiating bad vibes, babe. Yeah, this woman was bad news. She did not have his highest good at heart, not for a second. Stop being such a tease. I'm starving for your touch. She would breadcrumb him. I told you. She'd breadcrumb him. Make him feel real good 1 second. Make him feel loved. And then the next minute, she'd drop him. You have the likability of a dry tree bark. That's how she really feels about him. Look at her face. You have the likability of tree bark. She was not in it for love. She was in it for something else. For surezies. She was not in this for love. Tell me more. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm behind it. I'm behind it. You mean you put it behind you? You're just letting us know, like, what the deal is? I gotcha. Well, I'm sorry that she led you on, but there clearly must be some reason. So I need to know. Tell me more. What is the reason that she did this to you, DMX? I'm speaking with DMX. Come through. Because if you want it, you gotta come get it, baby. Ride or die. Do, do, do. Bow, bow, bow. Just putting a little something on. All right. Giants. Oh. Why do you always feel the need to speak on this? You literally mentioned this in every status. And then he said, and then Spirit said, giants. So maybe there was something that he would speak on that was very important to him, and she would brush it off and gaslight him basically and say, why do you always have to bring this up? Why do you always have to talk about this? Have I told you a million times? It's always the same answer. I'm not gonna, like, it kind of feels like that. And it could be the drug thing, like not wanting to do drugs anymore, but they just needed him to do drugs. It was like on purpose, but I don't know why yet. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us. Please, DMX, give us more information. Why did this woman want to keep you on drugs? Thank you so much. My private beach. She wanted you all to herself? Glass. She was like a glass house. She was very fragile in her ego. Everything was like mine. I hear like, that's mine. You can't have anything in this square. This is all mine, mine, mine. This man is mine. This is my man. This DMX is my man. He pays for my bills. It feels very possessive-y. It feels like a child possessing something, for sure. This is also something done privately. It feels like he's really bound. Like anything he has is pertained to this one area of his life that he can't seem to get like unstuck from. My private beach. I feel like it's being done in secret. Like nobody knows that this is happening. It's like some kind of weird, covert, underhanded, gaslighty, passive aggressive energy. It's hard to describe. It kind of feels like something that I went through that's similar, where it's definitely gaslighting, where you're like, oh, I want to go out with my friends, and you just feel this weird restriction, like your partner does not want that. You can like feel it. It like tugs at you. It feels like they want to keep you. They want to keep you in this box, in this square. Oh my gosh, look. And I have the box at the top of the deck. I didn't even see that. Yeah, and there's like a box area on the beach. Like who does that? Nobody. So that it feels like this woman sees you as a possession. Oh look, and the cave and the spark and the thing. Yeah, she's trying to like keep you to herself or something. You're DMX. You're DMX. You're not to be for yourself. You're to be for the public. Like it's like she was trying to keep him inside of a box, inside of a cave, all to herself. Weird. I'm sorry, G, but she seems weird as hell. I don't understand why she's so obsessed with you. Where do you want to go? You want to make a meme about it? Let's make a meme. Thank you, DMX, for coming through. Let's make a meme about this woman. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this her boss? Let me see. Is this woman's boss who kept you on drugs? Let's see.
Catherine.
Her name could possibly be Catherine. I don't know. What do you meme? When you open a birthday card from your grandma and no money falls out. Yeah, this person was just with DMX for their money, and every time they got disappointed they didn't get any money, they'd pretend that it's okay, like, oh, no money today to go get me some Prada. It's fine. You know? That's so weird. Oh my gosh. We're talking Donna. Donna could be significant. We're talking about this young lady who is the huntress who came to DMX and put a shadow over his head by giving him a drug problem. All Night Long we had by Lionel Richie, All Night Long, and a Peaceful Easy Feeling on the back. So he actually liked the feeling of getting high, but he definitely became an addict because of this gold digger. He had a gold digger that had the likability of tree bark. But somehow she kept a hold of him somehow. She wouldn't release him. Spirit just said release. Can't make it up. All right, let's continue. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us. So, oh damn, look at this. She could have possibly tried to seriously injure him when he tried to leave her. What beautiful flowers. They're from your garden. She couldn't even bring them herself. She brought the chauffeur to do it, and they're from his own garden. So this woman is something else. She is one entitled lady. So she may have seriously injured him at some point when he tried to leave. There's a cat on the pole insinuating that this woman watches him often to keep an eye on him. Traineeships. Traineeships. I don't know what that means. Oh, so a very possessive woman kept him on drugs. Could have possibly hurt him on purpose or kept him, at least, it could be metaphorical, emotionally strapped down so he was not able to put as much effort as he used to into his music. It's like he was being held captive or something. Not like literally, but because he's free to walk around. But I don't know. It feels like some kind of like isolation they put him in, or to like hide him away in this box. Something like that. Let's keep going. Wires. Something with his wires. Maybe they're trying to cross his wires, or I'm not sure. Let's grab another one. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with me. Thank you so much, DMX, here with us. That's so crazy. You know, I knew he wanted to come after I did Aaliyah because he played a song that him and Aaliyah did. And then I randomly heard DMX. Someone was bumping DMX when I was at the grocery store, which is like, I never hear people playing DMX. And this person, and it's winter time, it's cold outside. So I was like, okay. And then I saw an old DMX CD at the thrift store, and I knew, I was like, okay, come through. So I knew. All right. Oh, what's this? Some kind of commotion. Some kind of catching. It's a bunch of boys. It's all boys. Boys being boys, I want to say. There's fishing. They're playing with snap turtles. There's one kid getting hit in the face with a fish. One kid got caught with a fishing hook. It's like everything's going wrong. There's like so many things going wrong, and it's all boys. 12 boys. No, 12 boys coming through like a mansion. Gonna get through if you get. Okay, sorry. That's so strange. Some kind of boys club. Some kind of boys club where they get together and at some lake or something and they just like, play around and play in nature, they fish. I don't know what this kid's doing. He's like falling off the tree. But like there's something wrong happening with most of them except like look, this boat's hitting the rock. This kid fell off. This kid's getting hit in the face. I mean, it's like, oh, this kid's getting bit by a turtle. This kid's getting bit by a dog. Huh. Interesting. So maybe some kind of boys club or some kind of, I want to say society. I don't know if it's a secret, but I definitely want to say society. Also, I want to say that because of the isolation, it's like, and then this is like some kind of initiation or initiator or some kind of handler, which is this huntress. This huntress who has the likability of tree bark, who's a gold digger. She keeps him on drugs. Interesting. I don't know why yet. Something associated with some kind of boys club. Because look, also here's this rich guy coming to see him, but he like bought flowers with his own money, like, or from his own garden. So it's like some kind of condescending wealthy elite or something. Maybe someone from this boys club. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Thank you so much, DMX, for being here with us. Tell me more about this boys club. What do you need us to know about this boys club?
Female evil.
Female evil. I told you this girl comes from this. This girl was recruited by this boys club to come get him because they knew that women and drugs could be his weakness. She trauma bonded to him through some kind of childhood trauma. I think it could be sexually related. She trauma bonded to him. I cannot make it up, you guys. This is her, Samara from The Ring. This is her. Insanity, this girl. This girl has severe mental health disorder. No one can believe anything this girl says. She's delusional, she hallucinates, she's hysterical, she's manic, she's sick. Yeah. This was the woman in DMX's life that kept him on drugs because she needed to control him because she has a mental health disorder. Devotee or follower of this society, Eastern European, perhaps. I had a card up here that said Eastern European.
Brothel.
A brothel. Perhaps a brothel. Maybe he was part of a brothel. I don't know. Trauma, poverty. Didn't I say he grew up in poverty? He was severely neglected from the start. Yes, that's what I said at the start. Come through. Abandonment. Yeah. Lesson greed. Death, murder. Can I make it up? DMX murdered. He said it, not me. Don't be mad at me. He said it, not me. Don't kill the messenger. All right, let's keep going. Come on, let's do this. Oppression, fanatical, spinster, a lover. I told you. Becoming more natural. Miscarried or died at birth. Lost civilization, trauma, oppression, faith fanatical. I cannot make it up. This was a spinster hoe. She was playing off of his heartstrings, pretending to be a damsel in distress, when really she was sent in by the society to swoop him up. He was targeted. And she is cuckoo for coconuts. Speaker. Yeah, she hated that she heard him on the speaker. She was his hater. She's too mentally unsound to give love to other people. She can't even give love to herself. Look, it was like a world war for him. For poor DMX, like a world war. Poor thing. Always in a battlefield, always having to defend himself, always feeling like he was being invaded. Like Hiroshima or the Holocaust over there, because it's constantly getting bombarded. He was never enough for this woman. It was never enough because she never loved him. She was only in it because she was probably getting paid by these guys. You know? Because he's a eternal child. He's a starborn. He's divine, or he used to be. He was at one point. He was meant to uplift the hood, bring some light to the hood, because that's what they do. They segregate a certain amount of people in an area, and they keep it down because they need you to be down, so you're more susceptible to their infiltration. That's how they get you. They want you to be weak. They want you to be susceptible. They want you to be sad. They want to trauma bond you. So if you are a light worker, or if you have any divine gifts, they can target you. And because you went through so much trauma that you're supposed to integrate, you're supposed to, as a light worker, you go through more trauma than most, because it's the fastest way to ascend, to reach your light body, to activate your rainbow body, so you can heal people, so you can be a healer. So they're, in all the readings of celebrities, you'll see, if you go back, they're targeting divine celebrities who are here to uplift and raise the vibration, and they target them because they don't want them to do that. They want to make money off of them, like a machine. He said machine before I started, and it's so funny that it's coming up now. So what they do is they go into the hood, or they go into low poverty-stricken areas, the society, and they have some kind of way of targeting light workers. In other readings, it's some kind of technology that we aren't privileged to. I don't know if that applies to this, but I'm just saying, in other reads it has been like that, and this is already alluding to him being targeted. So they recruited Miss Insanity, Miss Samara from The Ring, who's just insane and money hungry. She'll do anything for money. She'll do strange things for some change. She'll do anything. I'm telling you, anything. He says she's even evil and demonic, possibly possessed, if she's in this society. But they sent her out to him to play some head games. An uptown girl. She appeared like an uptown girl at first to get him. She appeared as some nice, classy lady. But she ain't classy, okay? She's far from it. She plays head games. Head games, it's you and me, baby, at head games, and I can't take it anymore. Foreigner. She could possibly be a foreigner. That's where I saw that. All right. So, tell us more. So it was like a world war. He felt like he was bombarded by drugs all the time. In leadership, we have leadership here. A boss, a leader, a ruler, a follower. Oh, and on the back of this we had follower and devotee. So someone in this leadership, someone in this society, perhaps this guy, this grandparent, whose lesson is power, love affair, faith mystical, loss of status or reputation is the trauma. And lesson is power. Yeah. This could be the leader of this society. What about him? It says love affair. Maybe he was sleeping with the insane girl. Maybe he's double dipping, he's double dipping in that Samara. Get him some Samara. Oof. She's crazy, guys. I can feel her energy. It literally feels like I'm choking. Okay. Yes. Yes. Girl, get out of here. Archangel Michael, I'm banished thee. Please get rid of any energy here that does not want us to do this read. I'm divinely protected, so don't you worry. Woo! 2 wanted to pop out. Oh, there's 3. Damn. I got an ice disaster. Maybe getting thrown out in the cold. Blizzard, ice age, hail, hypothermia. There's cracked glass. It looks like cracked glass. The fire disaster. Maybe someone got fired, or there was an explosion, a city fire, a volcano, something, a forest fire, something, a guru or idol, separated by distance. Lesson, forgiveness, death, suicide. Trauma, mental illness. Gnostic or dualistic. Something with children created some kind of disaster that left someone out in the cold, or that made hell for you. Dejectedly. Well, let's look up dejectedly. I'm not sure. What is dejectedly?
According to Cambridge Dictionary, Cambridge University Press, meaning of dejectedly in English, in a way that shows that you are unhappy, disappointed, or without hope. She sighed dejectedly.
Oh, didn't I say he got fired? And you just said I may have to find another job. So she got him fired from his job and got him left out in the cold from his record deal and stuff. She got him cut from his record deal. You bitch, how dare you?
6 spirits.
How dare? Maybe her and 6 other spirits or people got him cut from his record label because he couldn't stop doing drugs because she's so crazy, insane, trauma bonded to him. He felt so bad letting her go because he knows the trauma that she felt because he felt it. So he felt bad. Then he had illegitimate children with her. Maybe even lost children with her. Or maybe she kept lying about having children, or maybe both. All of the above. She's unrequited love, young female. Yep. Lesson, self-identity. Death, non-contagious illness. Trauma, imprisonment. This girl ruined DMX. She got him fired from his record label. Oppression at the top. She domestic violence him. This is a female case of domestic violence from a female onto DMX. She oppressed him. Oh my gosh. Domestic, social, religious oppressor. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Yeah, identity father. Oh, damn, you guys. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm just going to say it as he's telling me. Look, I'm just going to show you right here.
Scorpio.
Father, LGBT secret. DMX was gay, you guys. DMX was gay. DMX was a secret LGBT father. Look at this. I cannot make it up. Or maybe at least bisexual. Maybe at least bisexual. Maybe that was another thing that because look, her mouth is taped, but he was oppressed. So maybe she had a secret about his bisexuality that also kept him bound to her. You know, blackmail. Oh, he said blackmail frame in the beginning. She was blackmailing him because he's bisexual or perhaps even just gay, which it's wait, where did it go? Yeah, right here, you guys, look. I cannot make it up. DMX was possibly bisexual or gay. Is if you want it, you got it, you get it. Ride or die. Maybe it was. X gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Maybe he was. Whatever, who cares? Maybe with a Scorpio. Or maybe he was a Scorpio. When was he born? I had it, but I don't remember what it said. Let's see. DMX birth date?
December
December.
18th, 1970.
The
According to Shoe
Sagittarius.
Palace, DMX was born on December 18th, 1970, in Mount Vernon, New York as Earl Simmons. Simmons was best known as a rapper, identifiable by his strong voice and aggressive delivery.
Yeah, I think he was gay, you guys. And he had to pretend to be this rough, tough guy. So I think she knew his secret. I mean, he still had children and stuff. All right, I'm going to try to get one more from here and we'll continue on. Wow, you guys, I can't believe that. That's crazy. Tell us more. Alternative sexuality. I told you. Certain. DMX is gay. Sexual minority, a Casanova, asexual, polygamous, polyamorous, possessive, adult male, trauma accident. Yeah, DMX was a gay man. And he was oppressed. And he had an oppressor who had mental illness, who he had children with, possibly, or she pretended to have children to keep him. They trauma bonded over childhood sexual trauma, and she would make him feel bad. He didn't want to leave her because he didn't want to, he felt bad for her. It's like the hero syndrome. He had to be like Captain Save-A-Ho, I have instruction, teacher, master, mentor, academic. Another devotee or follower of the society, whose lessons greed, whose death was murder. So possibly favorite. This could possibly be a mentor of his that was part of this society. Perhaps someone that he was having relations with that was also a teacher or a master of something. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please give us another song to describe what you're trying to tell us. Born to Be My Baby, Bon Jovi, 1989. Let me show you. Boy, I bet he must have had a plan, because you were born to be my baby. And baby, I was born to be your man. So he must have had feelings for this instructor or master or mentor, whoever, I don't know. It was an older man. Taking it to the streets, the Doobie Brothers. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. So it's like a brother from another mother, this instructor. They grew up in the same hood, maybe, or in the same kind of conditions. Another trauma bond. You got to be careful with those trauma bonds, guys. That's not love. That's not friendship. That's just bonding over bad stuff. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here living in hell. Yeah. So taking it to the streets, they probably came from the same area. Orange. They probably came from the same area. So they didn't want people to be taking it to the streets because everyone knows who they are. And that would be like, if everyone knew in the hood that these two people were gay together, that must have ruined him. That's like a hard pill to swallow, I think. Let's do another song. Heat of the Moment, Asia, 1982. It was the heat of the moment telling me what our hearts meant. The heat of the moment shone in your eyes. Oh, I think he loves this person. I think he loves this other man. I feel so bad for him. He was in love with another man. Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Elton John and Kiki D, 1976. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Oh, honey, if I get restless, baby, you're not that kind. So this person didn't want to break their heart. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. This DMX was in love with this instructor, but he was oppressed. He was oppressed by this crazy woman who was sent out to oppress him purposely from love by this society of unruly boys where they're always making bad stuff happen. They're always in trouble of some kind or making bad things happen or something. Yeah, because he lived an alternative lifestyle or alternative sexuality. He is a gay man. All right, let's get a meme about it. Thank you so much, DMX, for being here with us and for sharing your vulnerability. I am so proud and honored to be able to bring your message forward, to bring your truth forward that you couldn't tell. Oh, look at him now. He's like, look at me now. Oh my gosh, you can just feel that. I know it just feels like I get to be me, or look at me now. Spirit said wait and see. Okay, give me a meme for this picture. When you're lying in bed after watching a scary movie and your house starts acting real vocal. Oh my gosh. So after his scary life, it was like he's already been through so much, it's like he's already been through so much. It was almost like he rebelled. He's like, you wanna do me like that? Okay, I see it. It kind of feels like that. Like DMX was not messing around. DMX was not gonna take this lying down. Why wouldn't they let him? I mean, I guess it was just frowned upon the time, where rescue. He didn't want the hood to know that he was gay. Honestly, he didn't want it to get back to all his friends, everybody. Sin. They considered it a sin. Nobody would understand a hood boy coming from. But he was molested as a child. So when you are molested that young as a child and you're introduced to sex that early or sexuality, it really messes you up. It really distorts your view of sex. It makes it really normalized and um needing it in an unhealthy way. And that's how sex addicts become sex addicts, because they were introduced to it at too early of an age and didn't have the comprehension to really compartmentalize that, And then when you grow up, you realize, no, that doesn't happen to everybody, sexual trauma. Then you start having to wear a mask because now you're the guy who who's been sexually traumatized and likes things that other people don't like, or a lot of people don't like, So it leaves you feeling really inadequate. But there's something special about DMX that kind of feels it's weird. It's like he knows that that's why I say bisexual. I think he wanted to try a relationship with this person he met. I don't think he planned that. I don't think he knew that he'd ever want that. It just kind of happened. There's that song. Where's that song? Boy, I bet he must have had a plan, because you were born to be my baby, and baby, I was born to be your man. So it was just like interference. It was just like a connection and interference that he did not expect, to be attracted to another man. And when this woman was sent to stop him, to not feel love, because they target these starborn, and then they don't want them to be happy or something. It's really weird. You should watch the other celebrity reads. It's very similar, but we're reaching a long time, so let's close this up. DMX, what are some finishing things you want to say? What are some things you wish you would have done differently? Is there anything you wish you would have done a little differently, or any messages you want to get out, or things you want to share? Setting stuff on fire with your mind. You wish you would have did this differently. He's too much in his head all the time. Setting stuff on fire with your mind. Yeah, that's what we teach at Spirit News, you guys. It's you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, because thoughts turn to things. So if you're always constantly thinking about what you don't want, then that's exactly what you're going to get. And that's what he's saying. He kept setting everything on fire because of his constant worry about it. Because it was lynching. He lynched himself. It was a lynching of himself. He really hung himself because he allowed this woman to set his mind on fire. He allowed this woman in his life to really control him, instead of really standing up to her. I'm not really sure why. Why did you do that? Why do you feel like now, looking back with a higher perspective, why were you so weak? Why couldn't you stand up to her? Why couldn't you stand up to her? Oh yeah, because the blackmail. Certain. My all-time favorite book is The Lion, the Witch, and the Blackmail. She was blackmailing him because she had evidence that he likes to be with other men. See, it was her. We had the oppressed card. This is her keeping it a secret, but he's the one who's oppressed by her, because she was sent by a secret society to purposely keep him a star in a box. So she did that through drugs. We had Lionel Richie, All Night Long, and A Peaceful Easy Feeling, because he actually liked the feeling of drugs and alcohol. Like, he liked it. So she kept him around, and she also trauma bonded with him, to keep him in a dark place. That's what trauma bonding does. It reactivates the wound and makes you operate from a wounded place. That's what trauma bonding is. That's why it's not good to trauma bond. Skull, yeah. He says skull. Mom's bad cooking. Yeah, his trauma was done by his mom. His mom sexually abused him in some form or fashion, or neglect of some kind. And that's what ultimately kept him bound to this woman, hijacking the school bus and driving it straight to Six Flags. Yeah, this woman who's unstable. Nobody's hijacking a bus and driving it to Six Flags. That's not what we're doing. But she was upside down in that way. She was, because she has a whole slew of things probably done by this society that she joined. She could possibly be some kind of vessel for this society. And they use her, and she's just really 3D based. She's just really into money and stuff. So she really doesn't have a problem with it, honestly. All right, which one of you kids has been typing gold digger into the YouTube? She is the definition of a gold digger. If you type in gold digger in YouTube, she's gonna pop up. Say a prayer for her, because this girl is literally living in her reptilian brain. She thinks it's all about the physical stuff, and she's okay living in that energy. Aha! It was Professor Plum in the library with a cow that farts cows. This girl, this woman, this woman's redundant. She's not like an intellectual. She's very basic. She probably doesn't even know what Professor Plum is in the library. I mean, and it's okay if you don't, but I'm just saying she's not like cultured. She's not someone who is going within and looking for answers of healing and love. So I'm going to close it out. Thank you so much, DMX, for sharing your vulnerability with us. You know, I have a pretty good gaydar, being psychic and all. I can tell pretty much when anyone is gay. I've never been wrong, and I didn't know that that was my secret talent until I started developing this gift. And when I was looking at pictures of DMX, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's gay. Like, I was just thinking that to myself. So I'm really not surprised. I told you guys, it's just like, I'm psychic. I don't want to be right, but I'm never wrong. Mostly, I might have it like switched around. Might have to change the past to the future, and the future to the present. But it's still right in some sense. Okay, so let's close it out with some spirit messages. Fang. Thank you so much, DMX, for being here with me tonight. I am so grateful. I cannot even believe that this is happening. It's so magical. I'm creating my own reality, and I love it, and it's everything I imagined. This just fell out when I shuffled. Inner work and goodness upside down. Aww. Let me just concentrate on what he's saying real quick. Oh, I think what he's saying is now from a higher perspective, he can see that his goodness came from his heart, and he would have worked more on that if he would have been able to have a higher perspective, or have someone in his life tell him that. God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts toward the light and see the positive side of every stage of my life. Darkness turns into courage, thus I get stronger. And then he had goodness. So that was inner work. So turning your weaknesses into strengths and finding the joy basically in the darkness by choosing to do inner work. So he's saying he would have chose to do inner work to work on his goodness, because there was a point that he came to where he really just didn't feel like he was good. Like there wasn't any goodness in him. Goodness was in reverse. It was hiding. It was deep down. He didn't know how to find it. It was inside, but he just didn't know how to like bring it out. I refined my character. He was saying I couldn't refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I tried to calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. I couldn't consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I tried to improve my qualities for the benefit of all. And he's saying that that's what he would have liked to have done in perspective, to have focused more on the positive. Because when it comes to manifestation, like I said, I'll say it real quick again. Agree. He said agree. Look, I cannot make it up. He said agree. When you're manifesting, your thoughts turn to things, correct, whether you want it or not. So if you're completely focusing on everything that's going bad, you will continue to get that, because that's what you're focusing on. The universe, the God, whatever you want to say, law of attraction, it does not care if you're sad, if you've been through trauma, if it doesn't care, all it knows is what you're putting out. So if all you think about is the situation that you're in right now, and you just keep playing it over and over again in your head the way it is now instead of the way you want it to be, then you're only going to get what you keep thinking about, because you get what you think about whether you want it or not, because thoughts turn to things. So over at Spirit News, we teach you how to be master manifestors, and the way to be a master manifestor is to not care about the outcome, to not try to control the outcome, to be happy where you're at, to find joy now, to be open to however it unfolds, because when you try to control things and you think about things so much, you literally narrow your manifestation window to like a little hole like this. You limit it. You become limited. When you open up the possibility of letting the universe just kind of bring you things, you don't, as long as you can imagine the way you want it to be, you imagine the way you want it to be, and then you just sit back and relax. And the universe literally brings you things. And that's what he's saying he wish he would have did, to kind of like release the reins a little of his mind fire, to not like think so negatively all the time. He's saying it's what really created a storm of distortion. I'm hearing a storm of distortion. And it's really what was his downfall from not being able to cut cords with karmic people or karmic ties. And it actually ruined his career, and it made him an addict. But he's saying that he's also a gay man that didn't get to live authentically, and this woman was blackmailing him, and he didn't want the hood to know. He didn't want his homies in the hood to know that he was gay. But honestly, they already knew. Everybody knew. Honestly, who cares? It's like a new day and age. Like, I don't understand why we have to be so, just let people be who they want to be. If they're not hurting anybody, like, who cares? I don't understand it. I'll never will, but that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to DMX. I close this session out. Thank you so much for being with us. That was so much fun. I am so humbled to be of service. Thank you so much. Good night. How do I stop this thing? I don't know. Oh, end stream. Okay, bye.